Well, hello, everybody. Harrison Painter here. How about a little AI and coffee or whatever beverage that you might want to enjoy based on your time of day? This is my Ascension St. Vincent's cup. My wife is a nurse. This is where she is employed. She loves it. What do you want to build today? What do you want to learn about? I think here's something I just stumbled on last night, believe it or not. I guess it's been here for 2 weeks, but I just uncovered it that it was here. And that is the live voice chat. I demoed it a few videos ago. It's in Codex, and I didn't realize that it was in Codex. So now you can just have this conversation the whole time that you're coding or building or whatever. And that is just amazing. So what I want to do today is jump into the ChatGPT app to show you kind of a quick way that that works and why it's so cool. And for this, let's just say that I just recently launched a new product out of LaunchReady AI called Get Found. Now, Get Found is the marketing agency of the future. So it's helping companies build that complete digital foundation from the ground up, website, AEO, articles, social media, the whole 9 yards, um, to get them prepared for this AEO, SEO, GEO future that we find ourselves in already, and things are changing very rapidly. The challenge is in building this, and I've had to put so much time and effort and research and all that, is actually understanding how you get cited within the LLMs. What do they pull from? What are the questions? How do you build this? So I'm always doing research. So for the sake of today, I'm going to go over here to Search Engine Land, which is a really good website that I learn a lot from. I get a lot of good information over there. But what I want to do, and this isn't how I'd normally do it, I would do a lot more research. But for the sake of time, I want to create a script for a video based on this 10 SEO use cases for auditing your accessibility tree for AI search. Now, this is something I would want to read, study, do some more research, get a handful of more sources, do all that, kind of put my own opinion into it. But for the sake of today, we're only going to use this one source. So I'm going to go over here to Codex. This is actually my ChatGPT app, my desktop app. I'm going to go into my projects, and I have in my projects a content creation project. So we're going to use that, and we're going to open a new content creation thread. Over in ChatGPT, we call them threads. I always called them context windows over in my Claude, the way I used it. So over here, a thread. Now, it's working in a file that I created, so it does have some context and all of that. It can access my Barnabas AI agent, and I've built something called an agent factory, and it can access all of that as well. That's a video for another day. I am here to share with you this voice chat because I want you to start using it. It really opens up, it allows your mind to start treating your AI like a person and not just like Google or a search box. Because the future of all of this is no longer will you have these little boxes that you type in. You're just going to speak things into existence. You're just going to speak into your phone. You're going to speak into devices that are on your body. And that's how you're going to find things, learn things, search for things, and all that. So we are preparing for that future. This is a great way to do that. So instead of worrying about these copy pasting prompts, meta prompts, prompt libraries, now you're talking loop and graph design and all these different things, you can just start having a conversation, ask questions, and really learn from the systems that you're using. So the experiment I'm going to do now, and this is the first time I've done this in this situation because I didn't realize that voice was in Codex. I guess it's been there for a week or two. I just recently moved from Claude as my daily driver to ChatGPT. I did a live voice demonstration just a few videos ago, but that was in normal ChatGPT. I didn't realize it was inside of Codex, which is where we build, it's where we code, it's where we make things. So if you've ever wanted to vibe code, there's never been a better time because now you can just ask questions. And I'll make sure as we go through this process that I ask a few questions so you understand what I mean. Now, let me go ahead and pull this up and we'll get started. All right, I want to create a script about these SEO use cases that we're now focused on AEO, GEO. And if you go to my Chrome browser, you will see a web page open from Search Engine Land, and they offer 10 use cases for this SEO, AEO type of stuff. So what I want you to do is just draft me a quick script around that so I can shoot a very short video covering all 10 of those use cases.
Let me pull that together.
Now, if there's any big lags in here, I will speed it up for sake of time, but I'll also let you know how long this takes so you understand the time frame. But no, even if it takes 10 minutes to wait on it, you can set a goal to create these workflows, this output that you want. You can leave. You can work in other threads. You can take a walk. You can do whatever you want. And that's what makes it pretty awesome. And again, I say this a lot, this is the worst it's ever going to be. So it's only going to get better and better. So if it takes you 5 or 10 minutes here, it's going to take 2 to 3 minutes a few months from now. Were you able to find the web page I was referring to?
Let me double check that. Yeah, I've got it. It's that Search Engine Land article on 10 SEO use cases for auditing your accessibility tree for AI search. I can draft that quick script from it. Here's the angle. SEO isn't just what's visible on the page anymore. It's what machines understand. As one Search Engine Land piece explains, audit your accessibility tree for things like whether your main topic is clear, headings form a clean hierarchy, links and buttons have descriptive labels, images and forms are
Okay, you don't need to read the whole thing
navigation.
for me. I will read it myself and make some edits and whatnot. Here's what I want next. I want you to create that script and put it on a PDF on my desktop. That's number one. And I have one more job for you.
All right. Tell me the other job while I get that going.
What I want you to do is create a GPT site that shows all 10 of these use cases with descriptions, so it is robust. So somebody comes that I share this with, they take a look at it, it creates a lot of value for them. Can you do that for me?
Let me take a look at that. I can put together both the PDF script and a shareable site that walks through the 10 use cases with practical descriptions.
Nothing fancy, but if you could, go find the LaunchReady AI brand guide in the Barnabas folder and make sure it looks like my brand.
Got it. I'll check that too.
Okay, so I will tell you how long this takes, but you heard me. Script, putting a PDF of that script on my desktop so I can read it, edit it, read it over and over and over and get used to, what I'm going to say and whatnot here, understand the material. Then I'm creating a shareable website that I could share in this video with other people, or I can share it privately with people that I just want to have it. So you can see how all of this works. Now, I'm going to do this as well.
It's structured around all 10 use cases, and I'm pulling in the brand guide to match the look.
Now, this is really cool. Can you explain to me how you're able to create a web page from here based on what I've told you?
Basically, I translate your description into content structure, layout, and brand styling, then build and publish it as a shareable website. For your case, I found your LaunchReady brand guide and am applying its navy, orange, and direct operator style vibe to this guide.
So what is the tech stack to build some kind of website like this?
Let me check that. For a guide like this, a simple stack works well. React for the page, Next for the site framework, CSS for the LaunchReady styling, and Cloudflare to host it. You can always layer in forms or analytics later, but you don't need that complexity for the first version.
So the reason why I asked that question, when you're working to create anything, a web page, a app, a game, whatever that is, ask questions. What is this built on? What is React? What is CSS? Explain it to me like I'm a first timer. I'm brand new. I've never done this before. If you still don't understand, tell it to explain it to you like an eighth grader. If you're working on something more complex, you might want to say, look, I'm a data scientist, but I'm using AI in this way for the first time. Can you guide me through? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? And you can learn so many things so quickly. It's just insane how much you can learn. So when people tell you that AI is going to make us dumber, if that's who you are and you don't really want to learn anything, then yeah, that's pretty accurate. But if you have a thirst for learning, you don't need a teacher anymore. You don't need to read a bunch of books. You can just go in here and start asking questions. And it can meet you where you are because it can be conversational. It can create these artifacts, these websites. It can create games. It can just do so many things so you can learn the way that you learn. It can create infographics, interactive type of things. And it is just really, really incredible. All right, let me see if this PDF is up on the website yet. Oh, it is. Here it is right here. So LaunchReady AI, here's the video script. It created that for me, nicely formatted in a PDF. And now we are just waiting. And this is how we build websites now. We just speak it into existence. So if what comes up, if you don't like it, you can say, hey, change this, move that, put my logo here, add a
The site
photo.
is in its publishing step now. The PDF has also been created and placed on your desktop.
And you can just have it do all of these changes. It's the amount of work we used to do to get here. It's just mind blowing. Okay, so it is up. Let's
The
jump in.
LaunchReady guide is live and the PDF is on your desktop.
So here is that PDF right here, which of course it's over here on the desktop as well. And here is the ChatGPT site, the artifact they call it in Claude that we created for this. So let's open it. And if you click open here, you can see you can open it in anything, any type of browser here. So I'm just going to use Google Chrome for now. I'm going to have to log in here. And then voila. So you can see it. This isn't my logo, but it's my colors. I don't love the font. I would ask it to change fonts and things like that. But just wanted to show you, I would assume that took about 10 minutes or so. But here's the big idea. Here's the field guide with the 10 high value audits. It gives you each one of those 10 right here. Now, of course, you would want to go through these each and make sure and verify and all that there's no misinformation or it didn't hallucinate. It usually does a pretty good job if you've trained it to do that. And there you go. So I don't love the design, but we could fix that. All right. Well, I hope you found that valuable. I hope this was good. We might have ran a little long, but get in there, start talking with it. Well, my name's Harrison Painter. This has been your daily AI and coffee, and together we'll go further faster. Glad you're here.